You might have noticed sometimes that it's really difficult to say no to certain people, even if you really don't want to do the favor that they are requesting for. Now there is a science behind why it happens. One of the reasons might be that the person asking you the favor is really persuasive naturally, or maybe he knows the way to persuade you. Persuasion is a technique to make people say yes to your request or idea and make them do what you really want them to do. It's one of the most powerful skills to learn and master if you really want to achieve success in any field of your life. Persuasion techniques are used everywhere nowadays by people ranging from a normal salesman to billion-dollar companies for selling their product, and even politicians. Caution: please don't use the information given in this video to manipulate people in a wrong way or for any evil purpose. As there is a famous saying by Abraham Lincoln, you can fool some people for some time, but not all the people all the time. Don't make a bad reputation of yourself. If you want long-term success, use it for only mutual benefits. Influence the Psychology of Persuasion is a book recommended by Charlie Munger, who is a billionaire himself. And this is one of the best books I came across on the topic of persuasion. So let's begin. During the course of evolution, human brain has developed shortcuts for making decisions quick to save energy of the brain. These shortcuts are nothing but triggers. In today's world, our brain uses these triggers more than ever, as our brain is flooded by information through various sources nowadays, and we don't have enough time and energy to analyze all the information that comes to us. We hugely make decisions on the base of these triggers and not real facts as we think we do. And it all happens at subconscious level of the brain, so we are not aware of it. There are basically 8 triggers discussed in this book which make us take decisions and are used for persuasion. Number 1. Scarcity. Going back thousands of years, survival was very difficult. The most important resources for survival were very scarce. So naturally, humans grew attraction towards scarce resources, as we needed them urgently. After thousands of years, that sense of urgency is still present in our brain. We are more likely to get attracted to certain things whose availability is limited, and we mostly take actions to get it if we feel that we can lose that thing. Companies use this fact to a great extent. Example, companies make limited edition products, not because they can't make more products, but it triggers the customer to buy it since it is scarce and not available in abundance. Similarly, big restaurants usually put less food on plate. Advertisers use terms like hurry, offer valid only for today, etc. are all examples for this. This concept can be used in all aspects of life. Considering love life, dating gurus give important advice to people that they should not be always available for their crush, mainly during the initial period to build attraction and avoid the curse of getting friend-zoned. Number 2. Reciprocity. It's a really powerful mechanism of brain. Humans have a deep internal need to settle things with each other to make things fair. So if you do a favor to someone, then they will return it with a favor. But if you do something bad, you can get much worse in return. Example, if you get a gift by someone on your birthday, then you are more likely to give that person a gift on their birthday. Now giving a business example. There is a multi-million-dollar organization, Hare Krishna, which makes a lot of money through donations. One way of getting donation is that at the airport, they approach people and pin a flower to their clothes. Even if you say you don't want, they insist you to take it as a gift. And after you accept that gift, they immediately ask that if you would like to donate some money for their organization. Now it becomes really hard for the person to say no, as we have that urge to settle things with each other, and mostly people donate due to this fact. Number 3. Concession. Example for concession from the book explains it clearly. Once when the author was at airport, a boy came to him and asked him to buy a ticket for an event. But as the author was not interested, so he refused. After the denial, that boy asked him to buy a chocolate instead, which costed just $1. The author took that chocolate without any hesitation. But after the boy left, he realized something strange, as why did he bought that chocolate when he not really liked chocolate that much in the first place? This concludes the concept of concession. That is, when someone asks you for a large request, and after you deny counters it with a smaller request, we are more likely to accept that smaller request. Number 4. Commitment and consistency. People also have a desire to appear consistent in their behavior, and they also appreciate consistency in others. If you make someone commit to something small initially, then you will be more likely to make them commit to bigger actions later on. Using these facts, persuasion is possible. Example, an experiment where a group of people were given a cancer awareness button and requested them to wear it for a week. It was a harmless request, so most of them agreed. Sometime later, these same people were requested to give a donation to help fight cancer. Not surprisingly, this group of people not even just donated, but with an amount much more than that of the other groups. Why? Because in wearing the button for a week, cancer fighting had now become a small piece of their identity. They were now more likely to behave as a cancer fighter would. Similarly, a charity gets people to sign a petition, not so much to influence others, but to increase their commitment to the cause. I will tell you another example where toy companies use this principle. What happens is that a toy gets heavily advertised. Children get excited by it and then approach their parents about buying it for the Christmas. After some consideration, parents agree and make the commitment to buy it. When they go to the store, they discover that the toy is out of stock. So they check out other stores and then discover that it is simply not available anywhere. Note that this is done purposely by companies and stores. So what they do? Simply they buy other toys to compensate and apologize to the child. Suddenly in January, the toy arrives in store. Children notice this and tell their parent to buy. That is the time when consistency kicks in and parents go to buy that toy. The toy stores now not only sold that toy but other toys as well, using your commitment and consistency. These were just 4 triggers. For the next 4, watch the part 2 of this video by clicking this link or in the description given below. Thanks for watching, and finally subscribe for getting more weekly knowledge which will help you in standing out from the crowd and will definitely help you to achieve success.